So I'd say there are two types of traders: reactive traders and proactive traders. Type 1 trader is more likely to produce an equity curve which is steadily rising. However, the type 2 trader is more likely to be in a boom and bust cycle. Yeah, let's dive into the two type of traders, man. So proactive versus reactive trading. So a proactive versus a reactive trader. So let's dive into a proactive trader. So a proactive trader is more likely to anticipate what's about to happen rather than react. So a reactive trader would essentially look and rock up to the markets and take whatever they see and react to price action. However, a proactive trader is more likely to anticipate what happens before something happens. So before something comes into fruition, they have the mindset of, I believe this setup may come into fruition. So let's say they're looking at a specific price area, that's their area of value. They would forecast beforehand, before prices moved into the area of value, and think, okay, so if price moves into this area of value, I'll be looking for this, and if I see this, then I'll enter. However, a reactive trader, I don't know, would just open up the charts and see prices move bearish for a specific period of time, or maybe they do have a strategy, but beforehand they didn't forecast it or anything, so they have a mindset of, now how can I get in now so I don't miss this move. So the move may have already happened, but they're reactive, so they're reacting off what price is showing them, and they get involved in something, or they might get involved in something beforehand, and their emotion is overtaking them to the fact where they now want to jump into something that's not even fully coming to fruition, not fully coming to fruition yet, because they're reactive people. And sometimes this happens to me. I'm not perfect, but I'm just want to outline the two type of traders. And yeah, so a proactive trader will have a near precise entry, not, look how I said in brackets, not perfect, because we're not looking for perfection here, but a near precise entry. And they have a near precise entry because beforehand they forecasted, they know what they're looking for. So when price moves up into the area or moves down into the area, they execute because they know exactly what they want to see. However, a reactive trader, they will likely have it early, as I mentioned before. They have the fear missing out, so they then jump into a position, looking for that position to move in their favor, because they're reacting off what they see. They're being more emotional, or they have a late entry because something price has already moved from a specific area, and they're now reacting to what they see. They see a lot of momentum, they want to get involved, and they react based off how they feel in that current moment. A proactive trader is more process oriented, so they focus on locking in on their process over thinking about any return. So they journal, they forecast, they do their weekly ASR, they track their trades, they have all of these things in place which will allow them to show up to the market the best and execute on their plan the best. However, a reactive trader is more outcome oriented, so they're focused more on gain. What can I gain? How can I make profit? They don't really think about the downside too tough. They're just thinking about the upside, and they don't really have a process in place which will allow them to be emotionally resilient, stick to their plan over a long period of time. And yeah, so that's going on to the next point. The proactive trader is more poised. They're more poised because they have these processes. Yeah, when they do have these processes, they know what they're looking for. They know when to stay. They know when to stay out the market. They know when to attack the market, and this provides them with the level of poise that is needed in trading, because we don't want to be reactive. When we're reactive, we make mistakes, we jump in early, we just become a reactive trader, which is something we don't want to be. We want to be relaxed, not stressed. and overwhelmed about price fluctuations. We want to be in control of our risk, control of our decision making, and all these things. We don't want to be letting price just play with our mental. So going over to reactive trader. So yeah, a reactive trader is more emotional and flustered. So mentally they're more all over the place because they haven't got this structure a proactive trader has. They don't have the things in life and the processes they can follow on a day-to-day basis, which will allow them to be at their best. And that being the case, they're more flustered and emotional and all over the place, and just one point they're high, one point they're low. It's like, yeah, it's not healthy. As traders, we want to be, again, we want to have our stress levels as low as possible. A proactive trader has a plan. They have a plan they follow, and not just a plan as in like a system, but also a plan of how they're going to get involved in trades. A plan if price doesn't play out how they want to play out, how they would like it to play out. A plan in terms of a risk management. So what type of position what size do they want to have on this position? They have all these different contingencies which will allow them to be at their best and make the best decision they think is right in the moment. However, a reactive trader just goes off feels. They put in any size they feels right. They have high conviction in the position, so they'll then size up. They'll just go based off feels. They don't have a real plan in the market. They'll just go off, okay, so I feel like the market's going to go down, so I'm just going to sell now. Or yeah, the market's been heading up higher, I'm just going to get involved now and see if price continues to head up. They just go off how they feel. They have no real structure in what they're doing. And a proactive trader having a plan allows them to be more clear and have clarity, and yeah, just have clarity on all aspects of their trading process and what they're doing. They have clarity around their plan, clarity around risk management, clarity around market structure, clarity around different aspects, just like different aspects, and they are able to, again, remain poised because they have the plan, because they have the process, because they have all these things. They're able to be clear and know what to do. Once they get in position, they know, okay, am I going to move my stock to break even? When do I move it to break even? I want to get out here. I'm going to they're just way more clear, and you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. A reactive trader, they have no clarity at all. They essentially get in position, and whatever they feel, again, is what they'll do. So if price is going against them, they might not have a stop loss. They don't have a price level where they know they want to get out. They are unsure on risk management. They maybe don't even know how to proper risk manage their positions and put in the right lot size and or whatever, put on the right amount of contracts and whatever they need to do. It's a game of what can I do now to make some money. That's the game that a reactive trader is playing. However, a proactive trader is more thinking in terms of, okay, how can I follow my process to the best of my ability so I can stay in the game. And we can see from that it's two different mindsets, and we want to fall into this category of a proactive trader because, as I mentioned at the start, this is a trader who is more likely to have a steady, whatever that is, a steady rise in equity curve. However, a reactive trader is more likely to be in the boom and bust cycle because they may get into a few positions where, yeah, things have gone well. They're not too sure on the size. They've put on a trade, but it's gone in their favor. And let's say a few trades down the line, they've taken another position. They've put in the incorrect lot size, put on the wrong size, wrong amount of contracts, and they've completely blown their account. So proactive traders. Proactive trading is what we want to do.